Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back here to review another episode of CBS's Celebrity Big Brother Season 2, episode number 4. So let's just get down to it. And to let you know, my schedule as far as this show is as follows. I will be reviewing Sunday's episode, Monday's episode, and Tuesday's episode all on time. Wednesday's episode will be late. Next Friday's episode will be on time, and so on and so forth. So let's get down to this review. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode and what you thought of the blind side, and who do you think is going to win the HOH, and who has the largest chance of winning the game, and who do you think will be the next celebrity house guest evicted. At this point, I don't know. Everything is up in the air. Like, I thought I had a handle on how the game goes as far as Celebrity Big Brother, because last season was pretty chill, but this season engines are revving, the paranoia is everywhere, and no one can trust anybody in that house. I remember last season, the first season, people felt that way to a certain point, but they all were cool. This season, the snakes are slithering. Alrighty, so Tom is sad that he is on the block and he's worried that people are conspiring against him. Lolo doesn't know who she can trust in the house. And Anthony Scaramucci said he feels like a cat and he has one life left and he's going to use that life. So I'm sitting there thinking, I wonder what that life is, because I knew that Anthony had left the house a couple days ago, but they were never clear as to why he left the house. Like, people online were saying that he was a mole of some sort, but honestly, we really didn't know what was going on with that, and now we know. Ryan saw Tamar and Natalie do this, which is their way of like slapping five because of how things turned out, and Lolo didn't end up being backdoored because Ricky used the veto, because we know that he didn't use the veto. Jonathan is all upset because the girls are working together. Well, not all the girls, but a majority of the girls are together working in an alliance. I'm like, Jonathan, aren't you in a final two alliance with Ryan? So doesn't that come off as a tad bit hypocritical? What do you guys think? Well, there's a new twist in Celebrity Big Brother Season 2, and it's called the Breaking Celebrity News Twist. And Kevin from Entertainment Tonight basically revealed that one celebrity in the house is not a real house guest. And come to find out, that celebrity was Anthony Scaramucci, aka The Mooch. He's out of the house, and he is giving the nominees a second chance at safety. Apparently, Big Brother is giving the house guests a chance at a second veto. More like the nominees get a chance to compete in the veto and save themselves, but still. Mooch's veto is what this competition is pretty much called, and Ryan needs to nominate another house guest. All right. Makes perfect sense. When I heard that he nominated Candy, I thought that he had a genuine reason as to why he nominated Candy. No, he nominated Candy because he hasn't spoken to her much. I was like, dude, there are so many people in this house. Like, if you're going to nominate somebody, at least have a lucrative reason as to why you want to nominate them, not because your personalities don't mesh, don't gel together. I have yet to see Ryan and Candy really sit down and really chat, so I'm wondering where he's coming from with this. Anyway, Tamar is happy at this point that Candy's nominated. Ryan says to us that Candy is a part of the drama in the house. Candy realizes that clearly there's no alliance involving her. And I guess she realizes she was right about being at the bottom of the barrel. And when he comes over to hug her, she won't let him hug her. I mean, he said that their personalities don't mesh together, so I guess that's an insult towards her. So I could see why she didn't hug him. And I'm just looking at him like, dude, like, you kind of insulted her, so why are you hugging her? It makes no sense. All right, but the scenario is that Ryan will put up Lolo if one of the nominees wins the veto. And the funny thing about Ryan's HOH reign is that he has no time to make his nominations. Like, you know how in last year's Big Brother and in the previous seasons, they get a little bit more time to really gel and figure it out, like a couple days? No. He's got to do it at that point, So in Mooch's veto, Ryan, Jonathan, Kandi, Tom, Kato, and Dina all play in this competition, and Kato won. Why did Kato win? Obviously because Kato and the Mooch are really, really close, and they talked a lot. The rest of the house guests really didn't talk to him that much. I think Dina did, but I think that Kato, and I think, before I say Kato, Tom did as well, but Kato spoke to him the most. They were thick as thieves. So Tom and Kato decide, once Kato wins the veto, that they want to be in a final two alliance. That when I was watching the feeds last night, they were still trying to figure out what the name of their alliance was going to be. I think it's now called Tomato. So Lolo tells Ryan that she knows that he tried to backdoor her. How does she know? Because Ricky told her. She doesn't tell that to Ryan, but I'm telling that to you guys who don't have the feeds. So Ryan tries to cover himself up and say, no, he wasn't going to do that, blase, blase, blah. But in his mind, he changes up his idea of basically backdooring Lolo. He doesn't want to do that anymore. So Kato uses his veto to take down Tom, and then Tom is replaced by Joey Lawrence. Joey says it's a game and it's all good. For those of you who don't have the feeds, what you need to know is that Tom and Kato are not the masterminds you think they are, because I believe it's Natalie Eva Marie, Lolo Jones, and Tamar Braxton all sat in a room and were trying to figure out who should be nominated, who should be a replacement nominee. So really, they're making bigger moves than what you're seeing on TV. So don't be fooled and don't think it was Tom and Kato. It was those three girls. They have the upper hand in making that decision. So the thing is that, and I think it's Ryan who said they need the girls to think that their alliance, including them, and by they I mean Tamar, Natalie, Lolo, Ryan, Kandi, and Jonathan. Although Kandi may not be in the alliance anymore because of the mess that Ryan pulled by putting her up. But I'm not sure because things seem to be changing every time I watch the feeds. But anyway, I believe it was Jonathan who said that they need the girls to think that that big alliance is strong. Joey's on the block, but Joey tells us, listen, he doesn't feel safe because anything could happen. Kandi feels like a sitting duck. Jonathan says if he makes it through, he'll give the house an attitude adjustment. Well, we saw how all of that turned out. So, all of a sudden, Tom's talking to Kato. He says that Kandi should stay because she's not a physical threat. But if you know Big Brother like I know Big Brother is not all about the brawn. There's some stuff with the brain. And I could see Kandi winning a couple competitions, brain-wise. Because there have been some house guests who were not the biggest, but they were some smarty pants. So Ricky comes into the room while Kato and Tom are talking, and he says that Jonathan is a strong player. Tom says he likes Kandi, and she brings good energy to the house, despite the fact of the whole drama between her and Tamar, which at this point I think is squashed because she and Tamar kind of hugged it out and they're talking now and everything's cool, because a little bit earlier today it seemed like Tamar really wanted Kandi out, and then she had a change of heart and she went to Kandi and she spoke to Kandi. Hopefully things stay the way they are. So we get to the eviction. Joey's speech is that this whole Celebrity Big Brother Season 2 experience has been wild, amazing, and a pleasure, and he truly believes that everybody's in this house as a part of their journey, and even if he doesn't win, He's happy to have had this experience. Kandi said this has been a crazy week. She's appreciative. She wants to stay, and she's really not a threat to anyone, although some people in the house will say otherwise. Jonathan says he's grateful to be here, helpful, and he wants the team to back him up. And he had like the longest speech, or he said the longest speech I've ever seen in Big Brother history. Like, I really felt like production wanted to cut him off, and Julie Chen was just sitting there kind of biting her tongue like, is he going to hurry up? Is he going to hurry up? Because we are on a time constraint. So we get down to the votes. Joey gets no votes. Kandi gets 1 vote from Dina, obviously because Dina was not going to vote for Jonathan, and she wasn't going to vote for Joey either, because for those of you who don't have the feeds, you don't know that Dina's close to Kato, she was close to the Mooch, she's close to Tom, Joey, and Jonathan. Well, Jonathan received 6 votes from Kato, Tamar, Ricky, Tom Green, Lolo, and Natalie Eva Marie. So Jonathan was put out, and at first it seemed like he was not going to hug anybody, and then he turned around and hugged people. I'm wondering, like, when he was rushing towards the door, did he decide, you know what, let me hug these people and not hold this grudge? Because the look on his face, he smiled, but it was just like, I just can't believe this, because Ryan was shocked. I saw Ryan's face, but Jonathan was just like, I just can't believe it. I could see that look on his face. So anyway, during his interview with Julie Chen threw some major shade, because she is the queen of shade. Jonathan said that the biggest mistake he made was to team up with an Olympic gold medalist. He said that twist in the beginning with the HOH competition, it messed him all up in the game. Julie reminded him that he had 3 chances to save himself, but now that I think of it, those 3 chances were not as easy as they seemed. They were very complicated. Julie said that your biggest mistake was when you convinced Ryan to save Dina. He said he did it because she's not going to win the challenges. In other words, she's probably one of the weakest house guests. But Julie said, oh, no. Your biggest mistake also included the fact that you didn't clue in the women that you were saving Dina, and you were blindsided by them. Here's the thing. Yes, that's part of it, but what's also part of it is the fact that the girls, Natalie, Tamar, and Lolo, realized that Jonathan was pulling Ryan's strings, and that's how they orchestrated getting Jonathan the hell out of the house. Because Jonathan, in my opinion, was the biggest threat in the house. Although right now I'm thinking it's Joey, because Joey's sitting back and chilling. And any person playing Big Brother, be it celebrity or not, or regular, even Survivor, anybody playing one of these like competition games and they're sitting back and they're chilling, they're a threat. What are they about to do? When are they about to take off and hit the ground running? Don't forget, in season 20, we saw Casey sit back and chill, and then one day she started winning competition, and she took home the $500,000. So Joey's another threat. But Jonathan said that this whole experience was the best and the craziest ever. And he said that Ryan and Joey don't know how alliances work in the Big Brother house, meaning that they should have kept their mouths shut and they shouldn't have been running around telling everybody everything. Here's the thing. While Ryan is a little funny, and Ryan half the time sounds like he's reading a teleprompter, the thing about Ryan Lochte is that Ryan at this point is all alone by himself. So God knows what he's going to do as his next move, because he can't win the HOH. And he could win veto, but then I feel like somebody is going to win the HOH and somehow backdoor him and get him out of the house. But as I said before with Joey, Joey's not stupid. Joey's sitting back in the cut, as they say. I think Joey has watched this show before, and he has adapted his strategy to sitting back and watching how everything's going, watching as Tamar and Kandi fight, watching as the 2 girls figure out what side they're on, watching as Jonathan and Ryan run around from alliance to alliance, watching Tom and Kato scheming, even though people are seeing that they have an alliance, watching Ricky stir the pot, waiting for his moment to truly kick butt and take names. So I'm not going to count Joey out. But I will see you guys again on, I believe the next episode airs on Sunday, because I will be doing the review for that. Also, let me know what you thought of this episode. And I mean, there's nothing much to say. I kind of thought that Candy was going to go home, but then again, like I said on the feeds, craziness was happening. People were flipping and flopping. No one knew what they were going to do. So when it came down to Jonathan going home, I was like, okay, now it all makes sense. But I love you guys. Take care. And I'm going to go watch that HOH competition while I edit this. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.